Hello, and welcome to Every Day is Funny, the meditative morning show about newspaper comics. And this is it, episode 100 in the season 1 finale of Every Day is Funny. And I do want to get to the comics. I do feel like the final episode should be focused on the thing that the show is actually about. And not my main ramblings and such. Although I do have one special kind of ramble, which we'll get to in a second. But first, I did want to thank anybody who listens to the show. So anyone who submitted anything out of Context Comics, Caption Contest, as well as our several guests we've had on the show. Whether that be people sending in audio clips, Shelly and EJ, or actual guests that we've had interviewed. Thanks to everybody. I'm very excited to generate more ideas for season 2 and get things laid out, but I very much appreciate y'all for making the first season of this, while 100 days in a row is very grueling, a very fun, chill time. And so, I guess that's time for the special rambling then. About episode 40 or 50, it was one of the kind of briefer landmark eps. I made a joke about doing a spoof of We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel to include it with comics stuff. But I was just joking. But then I was like, it'd be kind of poetic for the 100th episode to see that joke through. And so I have written a very brief parody of We Didn't Start the Fire. My version is called We Didn't Write the Comics. And I'm gonna play piano and sing in a very earnest, meditative version of We Didn't Start the Fire. I've never played the piano and sang before. I mean, I play, I'm learning the piano and I do, I have sang in my life, but I've never really combined them until now. And I can't think of maybe a worse time to test this out. But please enjoy. And you'll probably hear, it's bad sound quality, right? You're probably gonna hear my fingers hitting the keyboard and whatever. My singing's kind of off. But it's an earnest attempt. What, are you get mad at me at the season 1 finale? F off. But enjoy. We Didn't Write the Comics.
Circus doesn't wanna be there. High and Lois give the goods. Chip did something in the woods. Dawn, she sang with her dad. Bowie cover was real bad. We didn't write the comics. They were generated for we meditated. We didn't write the comics. Yeah, I think they're dumb, but still that's kinda fun. Gertie likes when cars race. Parker got socked in the face. Corey never did his act. Stand-up scene is still intact. And what's up with that dinosaur? Food not dino is the core. What does Blondie see in Dag? Dennis thinks his neighbor mad. And Garfield likes lasagna's taste. Parker loves the self-efface. John, he might have drank in jizz. Did I mention Rex has Riz? We didn't write the comics. Yeah, they were generated for we meditate.
Beautiful. I shouldn't say that about my own performance. Usually, you cut to a host cuts to a musical guest that's totally separate, and then they cut back, and the host goes, wow, that was something. But it feels a little vain when I do it. All right, let's get to the comics. All right, let's start with some Dennis the Menace. We see Dennis and his mom very angry, as there is now a hole in the wall. She says, I don't want to hear excuses. And he says, how about reasons? Well, that's nice. How did he get that massive of a hole in the wall? I guess he is a little shit. We've never, seen him do anything truly devious. And I don't know, is the point of the comic that, we never see the crime, so we can't really judge for sure if Dennis did it? I don't think they commit to that heavy of a premise, but I do think that'd be very cool. He does look like a sly little crafty boy with those eyebrows in his hair, though. Yeah, what did he do, though? And what would the reasons be? Why can't we settle into this comic and have a panel or two more and hear the reasons? Because I would love to hear this one, Dan. Also, it seems like maybe Dennis the Menace, the problem here is bad parenting. Do they ever address that on the show? Strip? Comic? Panel? Do they ever get to that? Because, she says she doesn't want to hear any excuses, but we never see Dennis grounded. He's always back at the neighbor's house. Maybe she's got to lay down the law a little bit more? Maybe she's... Ooh, I'm not going to say that. What the hell? It's the 100th episode. Maybe she's got to act like Randy the Bully's dad, if you know what I'm saying. No, I'll cut that out. I really imagine that the parents of cartoon children probably have the highest therapy bills of any parental figure in the mortal coil, the immortal coil, any coil. Because they just stay the same age, they act really sly and crafty, but then they get to do all the fun kid stuff as well. It's really not fair to the parents. I take back what I said about how she should parent better, because every second of every day just has to be spent in agony and fear. What is my child gonna do that then they'll joke about and I have to just move on to the next day and embrace this role as not even anyone's favorite character? Doesn't that part suck? These people aren't designed... If you see a TV show, everyone might have a different favorite character, even if it is kind of the straight-laced person. But in a comic, no one's ever saying, who's your favorite character in Dennis the Menace? His mom. You would sever ties with that person. You'd worry about them day and night. I don't know, it's grim. I hate to leave you like this, Dennis's mom, but gotta go. All right. Todd the dinosaur. Todd's walking with his human friend down a street. Todd says, uh-oh, here comes a street tough. The friend says, Todd, no one says street tough anymore. Then this, very jacked bald guy comes by. All right, give me all your money and whatever money your iguana here has also. Then Todd eats him. The human says, now thug, people still say thug. Todd says, gotcha. Okay. You know what, I'm glad we end on this for season 1. That does seem to be the joke a lot of the time, the punchline, let's just put him in Todd's mouth and that'll be funny. Which it kind of is. Looking at the image of a man half out of a kind dinosaur's mouth probably will never not be funny. But I do think this is a good one that combines kind of the food punchlines of the show mixed with the dinosaur punchlines, because eating a human is food to him, but it does get into that more feral dinosaur extinct qualities sort of thing. So I appreciate it. And it happened to a legit thug. In the past, Todd has eaten very, very innocent people, and I've been very confused about why no trouble has come to him. But here, at least, he got a bad guy. But, like, they have to die, right? There's no way that this guy doesn't die. Todd doesn't just, like, walk away, and then the human friend says 30 seconds after, like, all right, it's been 30 seconds, and then Todd takes him out of his mouth and be like, that'll teach you, that was a warning. Like, no, he's gonna put the teeth down and chomp into him. And nobody seems to care. Fascinating. All right. Mary Worth time. Now we better get the secret, because this is it. Yesterday, Stell and Ed were having a very romantic dinner, and apparently Ed has some sort of surprise that he had alluded to for several days, but yesterday didn't even get a mention. They just talked about Stell's chicken shawarma. But let's see, come on. Today. Headline. As Ed and Stell clean up after dinner, and we see all their pets. It's nice that our pets get along so well. They know how their parents feel about each other. Ugh. Now they're embracing, Ed says, and they can't help but mirror the love. What the hell? Are the pets gonna get it on? This entire 2 panels was focused about pet love. Why can we not get to the thing? This was the final ep. Oh, God, we got nothing. We didn't get Mary, Wilbur, Stellan. We got the pets of Stell and Ed. That is how we end. Not with a bang, but with a whimper. The pets are cute, and they're all jumping in some strange pattern. Like really milking it for the invisible camera, but why does this guy talk like this? They can't help but mirror the love. I've never said that about an animal. Ugh. What is he about to do? I'll be honest with y'all, I'm gonna be looking at this even for the time I'm off from doing this. How can I not? I'm hooked. We're getting insights into fake people's lives and learning so much more than you would a real human being. We're getting line by line existence of a fake human. You ever think about that? We are getting every sentence, pretty much, that they ever say. We don't get that luxury for anyone else. It's... Oh, God. I don't like this guy. Stell, don't do it. I think something wrong is gonna happen. And it's a shame that I might not be here to warn her or commentate on it. There actually is kind of finally a look in her eyes in this second panel. It is adorative, but there's the slightest bit, maybe it's the way that her hands are too. There's the slightest bit of fear I see, or apprehension. Like maybe this isn't the guy. Maybe this isn't the guy. All right, Rex Morgan. Yesterday, the hospital attendant was wheeling Parker out of the hospital, and Parker made some self-deprecating joke about being motion sickness. And that was it. Let's see. Oh my God, a big moment. Headline. Leaving the hospital. Oh my goodness. We see the entire group. Aunt Judy, Corey, Parker, the attendant. But who walks into frame? I'll let you take a moment to guess. A meditative moment. The bully's mom. Wow. She says, "Excuse me, can I talk to you one moment?" Corey says, "Oh, Parker, this is Randy's mom." And then Randy's mom says, "You're not really Randy's friend, are you, Corey?" Come on, this is not fair. Everything is coming to a major head. Right now, we're gonna get this big moment, this moment that's been building for weeks. This is my final ep of season 1. You can't be doing this now. Beatty. Terry Beatty, what's going on? You don't answer my Instagram request for an interview and now you're doing this move? I'm heated. I'm heat for the beat. I don't like it. Oh my God. She's confronting them. What is she gonna say? She's gonna apologize on behalf of Randy and Randy's father and the cycle of trauma. She's gonna apologize on the entire behalf of the cycle of trauma. And we're not gonna be here to see it. It'd be funny if they just were like, nah, I don't want to talk to you, and wheel past. But I know that's not Parker's style. I like that Parker doesn't get a line here. Corey just goes, Parker, this is Randy's mom. And they don't get to say anything, and then the mom just starts talking. As if, like, this really is about Parker, but they're still going to be ignored somehow. And poor nurse attendant just standing there like, I gotta get this guy out. There's people dying in the hospital. I don't have time for your melodrama conversation about bullying. Like, I can't just leave Parker here. I have to get him outside. That's kind of the rule. So if you could do this in the parking lot, it would be easier on me. But whatever, I guess I'm not the main focus here. I also love one final bit of repetition, that the second panel is just the first panel zoomed in. All the same faces, even though they're saying different sentences. It's just zoomed in a little bit. I couldn't think of any better way to go out on than a repetitive image in Rex Morgan MD. All right, let me think of what to comment. All right, I'm gonna comment. Continuation. Randy's mom says, "You're not really Randy's friend, are you?" And then the nurse chimes in and goes, "No, I'm a nurse." Snicker, snicker. Send. Oh, the question wasn't meant for you, nurse. All right. Time to wind down for this Tuesday, August 6th. The final ep of season 1. Again, thank you very much for listening. I hope you'll join me for season 2. Also, feel free to email me, everydaysfunnyshow@gmail.com. Any ideas you have. You know, I'm totally open to, I have all these ideas that I'm trying to chisel out and hone in, but I would love any suggestions, thoughts, comments. And yeah, I'll see you next season. And remember, every day is funny.